What if humans are not the first advanced civilization to live on Earth, but just the latest? Think about this for a moment. Our world feels modern, advanced, and unique. But Earth is over 4 billion years old. Human civilization is only a tiny part of that story. So, could something have existed long before us and simply disappeared without a trace? Why you should keep watching. In this video, we're going to explore a simple but powerful idea. Could an ancient civilization have lived on Earth millions of years ago and left almost no evidence behind? By the end, you'll understand what science says, what evidence we have, and why this question is more interesting than it first sounds. 1. The timeline problem. Let's start with something important. Earth is about 4.5 billion years old, but modern human civilization? It's only around 10,000 years old. That's a huge gap. Imagine Earth's history as one full day. Humans appear in the last few seconds before midnight. So the question is simple. What happened during all that time before us? We know life existed. We know dinosaurs ruled the planet. But what about intelligent life? Could something have evolved, built, and then vanished? 2. The Silurian hypothesis, real scientific idea. This idea isn't just from movies or science fiction. Scientists have actually discussed it. It's called the Silurian hypothesis. Now, this doesn't claim that a past civilization existed. It simply asks a question. If an advanced civilization had existed millions of years ago, would we even be able to detect it today? That's it. Just a question. And surprisingly, the answer is not so simple. 3. Why evidence disappears over time. Let's think about how long things last. A plastic bottle might last hundreds of years. A building might last a few thousand years. Even the strongest structures slowly break down. Now imagine millions of years. Rain, wind, earthquakes, volcanoes, they slowly erase almost everything. Continents shift, oceans rise and fall, land gets buried under layers of rock. So if a civilization existed 50 million years ago, most of its physical evidence may be gone today. Even fossils are rare. And fossils of cities or technology? Even rarer. 4. A simple example. Let's make this easier to understand. Imagine our current world suddenly disappears. No humans, no maintenance. In just a few hundred years, cities begin to crumble. In a few thousand years, most buildings are gone. After 1 million years, almost nothing remains on the surface. Now imagine 10 million years. Would anyone even know we were here? Maybe, but only through small, indirect clues. 5. What kind of clues could survive? So if not buildings, then what? Scientists suggest a few possibilities. Chemical traces in the soil, unusual levels of carbon or pollution, rare materials that don't occur naturally, sudden changes in climate patterns. For example, our current civilization is leaving a mark. We are changing the atmosphere. We are creating materials like plastic and concrete. Some of these may leave traces in Earth's layers. But here's the problem. Natural events can create similar patterns. Volcanoes, asteroid impacts, and climate shifts can also leave strange signals. So it's hard to say what is natural and what is not. 6. What about ancient structures? You may have seen videos about ancient sites around the world. Huge pyramids, perfectly cut stone blocks, and massive underground structures often spark curiosity. Some people look at these places and wonder if they could be proof of a lost advanced civilization that existed before recorded history. However, scientists usually explain these structures in a different way. They point out that human history is full of impressive achievements, even with limited tools. Ancient people were highly skilled in engineering, planning, and teamwork, which allowed them to build remarkable monuments that still stand today. So far, there is no clear and widely accepted evidence of a civilization that is older than known human history. No confirmed artifacts or systems have been found that prove advanced technology existed before us. That doesn't mean the idea is impossible. It simply means that, at this time, we have not discovered strong or reliable proof to support it. 7. Could life have evolved twice? Here's another interesting thought. What if intelligent life evolved once, disappeared, and then evolved again? It sounds strange, but evolution takes a long time, and Earth has had billions of years. But there's a challenge. Evolution depends on many factors. It's not guaranteed to produce intelligence every time. So while it's possible, it may be very rare. 8. Why this idea matters. So why are we even talking about this? Because it changes how we see our place in history. We often think we are the first, the most advanced, the only ones. But this idea reminds us to stay curious. It shows us how fragile civilizations can be, and it makes us think long-term. If something existed before us and disappeared, what can we learn from that? 9. A thought experiment. Let's try something simple. Imagine a future species millions of years from now. They dig into the Earth. They find strange layers, plastic particles, metal traces, changes in carbon levels. They may ask the same question. Was there a civilization before us? And they might not be 100% sure, just like we aren't. Pause for a second. What do you think? Do you believe something could have existed before us? Or do you think we are the first? 10. Science versus imagination. It's important to stay balanced here. This idea is interesting. It's worth exploring. But there is no strong evidence right now that a past advanced civilization existed before humans. Science works on evidence, not guesses. At the same time, asking questions is how science grows. So it's okay to wonder, as long as we stay honest about what we know. 11. The limits of discovery. Another important point. We haven't explored all of Earth. Large parts of the ocean floor are still unknown. Deep underground layers are hard to study, so there are limits to what we can find. But even with advanced technology, finding evidence from millions of years ago is extremely difficult. If you enjoy thinking about big questions like this, you're definitely in the right place. 12. What scientists are really saying. To be clear, scientists are not saying there was an ancient civilization. They are saying something more careful. If there was one, detecting it today would be very hard. That's a big difference. It keeps the idea open, but grounded. 13. A humbling perspective. This idea gives us a new perspective. Our cities feel permanent, our technology feels powerful, but on a geological timescale, everything we build is temporary. That's not scary, it's just reality. And maybe it's a reminder to use our time wisely. Quick question for you. If humans disappeared today, what do you think would last the longest? Feel free to like and subscribe if you want more calm, thoughtful content like this. And as always, keep asking questions.